This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in historic Morrison, Colorado. I am here at Action Karting. Since 2003, they have been providing the ultimate racing rush in go-karting. I'm here with Donnie. Donnie, share with me a little bit. You got some great weather going on here in Colorado. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, tell me a little bit how you got involved in this type of industry.
Well, I guess I've always been a motorhead and been doing this about 12 and a half years now here at Action Karting in Vandermeer Speedway. And it's a passion of mine, something I love to do. So it's haven't really worked a day in my life since I figured this out.
I love it. That is great. Let me ask you this. I mean, before we can even walk, we're playing around with cars on the floor. It's pretty quick. We realize we want to drive something. Pretty much the need for speed, it doesn't matter what age you are. Is that kind of what you find out here?
You know, it is, because we offer it to people of all ages from 5 to 95. So it's good for thrill seekers and family fun seekers and everything in between.
So anything you're looking for out here, you're going to find it as far as that thrill. Let's start off first of all with some of these machines. We're talking about Italian manufactured go-karts. Share with me about the engines in these things. What type of speeds are we going to hit, and why do we choose the Italian design?
You know, the Italian design, they have an abundant amount of chassis they have available. So they do a great job on building the karts themselves. Now on our standard rental karts that you would run, they're Honda motors, so they're Japanese. Okay. Speeds on our standard stuff, about 50 miles an hour out here on the track. And even the kid karts move pretty darn fast. So the safety's important. Sure. So all the driving instructors would run all the drivers through the safety they need to know, and flags and hand signals and that thing.
Let me ask you this. You guys pretty much provide a unique fleet out here. How many karts do you have available for folks on a given weekend? You know, over 40, about 45 if you include our high-performance karts that we rent. So even our standard karts that are, you know, upwards of 50 miles an hour, for some of those that are hardcore thrill seekers, might need something a little bit more challenging, a little quicker, and we have that for those folks as well. Excellent. Let me ask you, we've got, not only are folks out here feeling like racers, you're going to make sure they actually look like racers. You guys actually suit them up. Tell me what's involved there.
You bet. Now that is mandatory to have all the safety equipment, and that's involved in the package for every folks that come out here and rent the karts and drive the track. Helmet is mandatory, neck collar, gloves, and a full body racing suit that you wear as well.
Excellent. Like you mentioned before, the reason you've been able to provide many years successfully for folks is safety is number one. Obviously, we're talking about helmets out there. We're also talking about them learning some basic safety techniques, learning some hand signals out there. Is that important on the front end?
It's very important, because communication on the track is important, so especially with multiple drivers. You get 10 people on the course at a time. If everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to do and what's going on, it keeps it much of a safer experience for all the drivers.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of these folks that come out here, they don't have anything, and you suit them up, you make sure they got something to drive in. What about folks that actually own their own go-karts? Are they able to come out here as well and get a test, a tune-up, that type of thing?
You betcha. Track's available for all folks. If you have your own kart, then you pay a daily fee rather than a per session, which you would as a rental. All the safety gear is still mandatory. They either can rent our gear or they can bring their own safety gear and run their karts on our track.
Excellent. This has got to be a great place to come out with your entire family. I mean, how many karts you can keep out there on the track at a time?
You know, if we're running just the rental karts, 10 to 12 at a time. No more than 12 for sure. 10's a good number.
I see activities anymore are getting pretty popular for corporations, for people to come out and actually do some bonding, team building. Is this a great thing for folks to do?
Absolutely. We've done a lot of corporate events, team building events, birthday parties, family reunions, anything in between. So it's great for whether it's a couple or if it's a big group.
Excellent. Speaking of big group, if you've got a corporation out there that has an event coordinator, always pretty best to reserve the track if there's that many people. What about if you've got a small group of 8, 10? You probably want to call in advance, make sure they're coming.
You know what, I would recommend that. So you're not coming out during a corporate event or while we had another event going on. Communication is key. So if people will call in, let us know what date and time they were coming out. We'd love to have them.
Let me ask you this. You guys are open pretty much year-round. Only weather keeps you off the track. Do you kind of keep that apprised out there on the website to let people know if you're not open?
You know what? We do. Our website is available all the time, and we do the best we can as far as keeping that updated so folks can check out as far as weather. And if weather's any question at all, they're always welcome to call us during our hours of operation.
Excellent.
And know what the track conditions are.
Wonderful. Speaking of the website, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is that website. First of all, on the website, you can take a look at all the calendar there and see what days they're open, see if they have any events coming up as well. You can also see right there what it is they're available to rent. And let's say you're looking for possibly a go-kart yourself. You can check out the store right there. And a lot of places you can buy your own go-kart and then come out here, rent it by the day if that's something you want to do. But if you've never done it before, don't worry about it. Bring yourself, bring the kids, bring a smile, and they're going to do the rest for you. Going to suit you up, make sure you've got all the safety ready to hit the road out there. And this is great for adults as well as kids as well. I mean, it's easily located right here off of 470 here, located on the Bandamere property. We're talking about over a half a mile of track out here. This isn't just one circle. We're talking about 17 turns and curves. That's got to be kind of a cool experience for folks.
Oh, it's great. It's a real racing experience for all the folks that come out. So it's great for the family, like I said, and it's also great for folks that are a little competitive as well. We offer, you get a print-off sheet of all your racing results and lap times and speed and stuff of that nature. So it'll bring the competitive spirit out of you maybe a little.
And how old do the people have to be? How old the kids got to be if they're going to ride alone?
You know, kids are always welcome. They must be accompanied by their legal guardian. That's important to sign the insurance forms and the liability waivers. They undergo a thorough safety orientation with one of our racing instructors trackside, make sure they understand and what's going on. Kids 5 years old and up, Monday through Thursday only, non-holidays.
Excellent.
8 years old and up every day.
Every day. Wonderful. Well, like you said, Donnie, basically this isn't work for you. This is fun. And quite honestly, it's got to be kind of fun for you seeing some of the youth come out, experience something that they've never experienced before.
You know what it is? It gives me a smile to have people leave with smiles. And for my experience being here, I've seen a lot of kids grow up out here and grow up in karts. And it makes them great drivers and even better people.
Like you said, though, we never really grow up. I mean, we want to hit the road out there and be kids all the time. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information. We're talking about a track that is located right here in Colorado. Easily accessible. You can bring out the entire family and check it out. Lots of fun, a lot of speed out there. If you've got the need for speed, this is the place to be. We are talking action karting since 2003. This is Gary Atensa with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.